Hello，大家好，我是行者木然。那关于自由呢，每个人心中都是有一个自己的一个理解。那本期视频呢，我们问一下 Richard 大叔关于自由他是怎么看待的。另外呢，因为 Richard 大叔来自美国，他对于美国的自由呢又有着什么不同的见解呢？我们来一起采访一下他。They think America is a freedom country. Maybe most people want to know. Talking about this freedom, this thing.
Well, the word freedom is a very strange word. It's the choice of your freedoms that is different in between all these countries. For example, in America, we have what's called freedom of speech. We can talk about anything. We can say our president is bad. We can do all these wonderful things, which is good. But on the same token, I can't just stop somewhere, go to sleep somewhere, do this and this. There's a lot of restrictions as far as that. When I was in China, on the other hand, I asked the police, I'm looking for a place to camp with my bicycle, and the police would say, you can sleep here. Why not? It's everybody's space. So as far as freedom goes, China was more free. So this word of freedom is, I think, used by the West to, how would we say, give a false sense of something. Of course, we have we have the freedom to choose our bank, we have the freedom to do this, we have the freedom to do that. But the same is here in Serbia. I can go to any bank. The difference is one bank will give me one service only. Another bank only gives this and this service. Whereas in America, one bank would give all services. It doesn't matter if the money is American, yuan, whether or not it's Serbian money, it's this or that. The bank deals with everything. We go to one bank, they deal with all money. A country like here, Serbia, the freedom is you have to have a special account if you want foreign money. So yeah, that when it comes to that freedom, it's different. Other freedoms, like I said, is like even, for example, flying my drone. In European countries, I need a license, I need paperwork, I need this, I need authorizations, and this and this. That's not freedom. About 5 or 6 years ago, you could fly your drone anywhere. When I was in China, I asked again the police, can I fly my drone? And they said, why not? Just fly it. You want to fly your drone? Fly your drone. So to me, wow. In that aspect, China was so much more free than America as far as that goes. So like I say, the representation of freedom, it's people misunderstand what it's certain freedoms. Every country in the world gives certain freedoms that another country doesn't give. Whether or not you have a king, whether or not you have communism, whether or not you have Marxism, whether or not you have this or that, the freedoms are based on whoever's in charge wants to give you. And if you don't mind what you have, you're free. You enjoy it. If they restrict you in something you personally want to do, then that's where you have an issue with freedom. I mean, but otherwise, freedom is, like I say, Serbia here, I have to be careful. I can't talk about the government. If I do that, some people don't like it, this one, that one. If I talk about the wars that were here not so long ago back, within the last 20 years, a lot of people don't like this and that. So that freedom is not available here. I can go over the border into Hungary, which is a European Union country, and I can talk all I want about the war in Ukraine. I can talk about this war, the wars that happened in Hungary, and we can openly talk about it. People may not like it, but you don't get a problem with it. But like I say again, to buy things or do certain things, the government controls again what the cost is, this. So freedom is, I think, an illusion is the best way to put it, because it's a choice of what you, again, like I say, feel freedom is. If you feel freedom is being able to talk the way you want to talk, well, then you better move to a country that you can talk the way you want to talk. Otherwise, you're going to get in trouble. If you want a country that you can move around freely without being stopped and told this and this, you need to move to a country that you can do that. But as you see, even when you leave your country, if you don't have the local passports, you don't have the local things, freedom is still tied up. For example, Moran tried for the visa for Africa. They never gave it to him. They never answered why. They never did this. They never did that. So where's the freedom? South Africa is a free country. You're free to go around and do everything else. So why was he not permitted the freedom? Me, on the other hand, with my passport, I can just go. So we still have freedoms within our country, and we also have lack of freedom when we go to another country. When I went to Africa, I went to Morocco first, no problem. Just show passport, was able to go in. Next country, Southern Sahara, no problem. Just went in, got the passport stamp, go, do what I want. When we got to the next country, Mauritania, we had a lot of problems. Had to get a visa at the border, had to do this, had to do that, had a lot of restrictions. They wanted to know why we were bringing bicycle, this, that, the next thing. So even though I say I come from a free country, I go to another country, I'm restricted to the rules of that country. So maybe things I could do in my country, I can't do in that country. Things they can't do in their that they can do in their country, they may not be permitted to do in my country. For example, in my country, for the Muslims, if you go to a Muslim country, they play the PA system over the night, doing the chanting, the calling to prayer, and all this. That's freedom in their country. But in my country, it's not permitted. You're not allowed to use this microphone and this over that because it disturbs other people. So, again, what is freedom?
Depends. It depends what you want.
Depends on what you want and what works for you. So freedom is a big misconception. So coming to Serbia, I can go to a restaurant and eat where I want. I can do this. I can do that. I don't care about politics, so I don't talk about them. I don't know the Serbian politics, so it doesn't interfere with what I do here. Mm-hmm. I'm allowed to buy property, so I'm free to do that. As a Chinese, you're free to buy property here, so the freedom is good. You can invest in your future, you can go to school here, so you have a lot of freedoms here. But do you have, as some would say, 100% freedom? No. But there's not one country I have been to in this, on my 120 countries of travel, that you are absolutely free to do everything. So, freedom, like I say, is an illusion. It's nice, but it's more along the lines of, what do you need to feel free? That's where you need to decide.